I was 10 years old and already knew how to disappear. Every morning I woke before anyone else, moved like a shadow through the house so I wouldn't wake Priscilla or Ellie. My sneakers had holes so big you could see my toes, but when I asked once for new ones, Priscilla laughed like I'd told a bad joke. "Don't waste our money on you," she said, her eyes narrow and cold. From that day on, I learned fast. Asking for anything only made things worse. I was there for the foster checks, nothing more, and I tried to take up as little space as possible. Ellie got everything shiny and new shoes, new clothes, toys that filled her entire room. She'd twirl in front of me on purpose, smirking as she showed off her latest things. "Why don't you get any? Oh, right, your real dad didn't even want you." Those words cut deeper than anything else she ever said. I'd stare at the floor, throat burning, fighting back tears because I knew crying would only make them laugh louder. Every time she spoke like that, I felt smaller, like maybe she was right. School was hard. The letters on the page danced and flipped because of my dyslexia, and reading out loud felt impossible. Kids snickered when I stumbled over words. But my teacher, Miss V, was different. She would kneel beside my desk and whisper gently, "You're not dumb, Mickey. You just learn differently. Keep practicing and you could win the Christmas spelling bee." For the first time in my life, someone believed I could be good at something. That tiny spark of hope was the only thing that kept me going some days. One night, I couldn't sleep, and I heard them talking through the thin door. Priscilla was giggling to Ellie, her voice low and excited. "If we adopt him, the monthly checks get bigger. We could get a new house, new shoes every month." Then she said the words that shattered me. "He's not family, he's income." That single word hit me like a punch to the chest. I curled up under my thin blanket and sobbed until there was nothing left. I thought maybe my real dad had given up on me years ago, just like everyone else. They took me to the adoption interview, where cameras were everywhere and the lights were too bright. Priscilla had bought me a button-up shirt that was 2 sizes too big and scratched my neck the whole time. "Tell them how happy you are here," she said sweetly for the social worker. I looked straight into the lens and forced the lie out of my mouth. "I love living with Priscilla and Ellie. They're so nice to me." My stomach twisted like I was betraying my own heart. The words tasted like metal, but I said them anyway because I was too scared not to. Christmas Eve came, and they signed the adoption papers right there in the mall. All smiles for the pictures and the social media post. Afterward, Ellie grabbed my arm and dragged me to Santa to make it look good. She leaned in close and whispered cruelly in my ear, "Santa can't fix that your dad never wanted you." Tears poured down my face as I climbed onto his lap. I was completely broken. For the first time, I truly believed I was unlovable and that nothing would ever change. I looked up through blurry tears, and Santa's eyes suddenly went wide. He whispered my name, "Mickey," and my heart slammed against my ribs. In one quick motion, he ripped off the fake beard, and I saw his face. It was him, my real dad, the man who had been searching for me for 5 long years. He pulled me into the strongest, warmest hug I'd ever felt in my entire life. We both cried right there on Santa's chair, loud and messy, while the mall music played on around us. Priscilla tried to yank me away, screaming that I belonged to her now because the papers were signed. But a kind woman named Mrs. Delgado had been watching everything for weeks. She had hidden a small camera inside the teddy bear she gave me. That camera caught every word, Priscilla admitting I was just income, saying my life would get worse after the adoption. The police arrived quickly. The fake adoption was thrown out on the spot. Priscilla's face went white as they put handcuffs on her. For once, she wasn't the one laughing.
Months later, the day of the spelling bee finally arrived. My hands shook as I held the microphone in front of the whole auditorium. The final word was butterfly. I closed my eyes, pictured Dad's proud face in the crowd, took a deep breath, and spelled it perfectly. The room exploded in cheers. I had won! Dad rushed the stage with tears streaming down his face and hugged me so tightly I finally felt whole. For the first time in years, I knew what it felt like to be truly wanted.
Every Christmas since then, we go back to that same mall together. We walk past the Santa chair where everything changed, and Dad squeezes my hand with a small smile. "Remember when?" he always asks. I smile back and say, "How could I forget?" Because sometimes the person you've been waiting for your whole life is closer than you ever thought possible. And when he finally finds you, everything you ever lost comes back, and more.
Before you go, I'd love to hear from you. Tell me in the comments where you're watching this from and how you found this video. And if this video touched your heart, don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and share it with someone who needs this reminder today.